Thanks for joining us. I'm Jason Zimmerman. On the eve of St. Patrick's Day, preparations are now underway to change the name of New London to New Dublin starting tomorrow morning as the city prepares for the biggest celebration in the state lasting the entire week. It all wraps up Saturday with a huge parade and Irish festival in the city's downtown district. Jamal James has a preview of what to expect if you go in a First Alert update.
Members of the Shamrock Club of New Dublin paint clovers throughout the city of New London on Sunday in preparations for their St. Patrick's Day Parade and Irish Fest.
It means a lot for us to be Irish and to be able to celebrate it and just to, have a good time while doing it. And the countless hours and volunteers that it takes to make this happen, it's unbelievable.
Starting Monday, leprechauns will change signs throughout the city to New Dublin. Before that, they'll place these iconic markers for attendees to check out. The Shamrock Club of New Dublin paints clovers all throughout the city so that during their parade, people know where to stop to get a performance. During the week, they'll host a number of things like serving corned beef and cabbage at local pubs, Irish entertainment and dignitary appreciation night at New London Senior High School, and more. Steve Malliot, a man with French heritage, is here supporting his wife to celebrate the Irish culture, saying he's learned a lot during his time with the club.
Learning more about the Irish culture and then so much that it involves a community and just everything that goes along with family and friendship and enjoying just time together. It seems like it's just all the Irish together make up this one big family.
Club President Ann Stedman adding how it means a lot to see the community sharing that same sentiment.
The town is painted green. We're painting shamrocks. We're just doing our thing. I don't know. Everybody just comes together, and it feels good to be part of something that also gives back to the community. The
St. Patrick's Day Parade starts at 1 this Saturday, with Irish Fest taking place at Festival Foods from 11 to 6. In New London, Jamal James, Action 2 News.